Liza P is why I'm not a game developer. Round 8, the developer of the game, must have sat back and went, what if we put characters of Pinocchio in a Souls-like? At which point I assume they smiled, high-fived each other, and then went off to make the game. It's not the first time a well-known storybook has been put in a dark setting, and it immediately made me think of American McGee's Alice, but just like Alice that came before it, Liza P just seems to work. Having an immediate affinity with the characters you grew up with goes a long ways, and it brings a lot of curiosity to this world that they're in, what is happening, and the parallels that there will be with the story we already know. The demo is essentially the first 2 chapters of the game. You start by waking up as Pinocchio in what seems to be the aftermath of a puppet rebellion. Through the demo, you run into characters you would expect and some new ones added into the current world you're playing in. Cricket comes in the form of a lantern you keep on you, and he provides context to the world as you traverse it. Liza P has all the Dark Soul tropes: a healing flask, campfires, extreme difficulty, enemies hiding behind corners ready to jump out at you, and bosses that can take you out in a few hits. The menus and leveling up screen look practically ripped right out of From Software games as well. But it is not a complete copy-paste job. A few things it changes up is that once you're out of healing flask charges, you can't actually replenish one charge back by defeating enemies. It is a small change, but it can really make the difference between life and death. It also offers a system where you can create new weapons from the blades and hilts of the weapons you have found. It's an interesting mechanic that lets you take a weapon and convert it to the attack style you like, and also allowing you to scale the new weapon based off the stats you've been focusing on. Each blade and hilt also has an attack art assigned to it, so you can mix and match those as well. Since you level the blade itself like you would level weapons in Dark Souls, the level of the blade used on a newly built weapon does transfer over. Weapons do have durability and they can break, but they offer multiple ways to get around this. You can rest at the campfire. There's actually an item in your inventory you can use over and over. It just puts you in a spot where you can get attacked while doing it. And then there are also items that you can use that instantly restore durability to the weapon. I never actually had a weapon break in the demo, so I'm not sure if it's a permanent thing or not. But there are many ways to get around it if that's the case. You also have a mechanical left arm which can be changed out and provides different abilities. It has limited use between campfires, and the 2 I had access to in the demo included one that just really punched really hard, and the other one with a grappling hook that it could pull enemies to you, but its range seemed fairly limited for my use. The game looks and plays really good, but this is where my video title actually comes in. I think I'm lying to myself that I have it in me anymore to play an old-style Souls-like. I do love them, and I have beaten quite a few, but I don't think they love me back now, and I believe my age might be catching up to me. I found myself struggling to the point on the last boss of the demo where I finally just gave up. I had him down to 1 or 2 hits several times, and I'm sure I could just continue to grind out levels to overcome it, but after Elden Ring's open world approach and giving me so much more I could go off and do when I hit walls like this, I just started losing the enjoyment of killing the same guys in the same area loop over and over. It also didn't help that for some reason they decided you could only level up in one location and not at the campfires, so you are forced to load over to a spot, level, load back, kill guys, mix, and repeat. The campfire's right there. Let me use it. I know there is also a lot of debate on Souls-like difficulties, and I get that this is a me problem. I do not think that they should be made easier. I just have to come to grips with the fact that my age and reflexes are not what they used to be, and maybe I need to start enjoying these games from afar. So when I first started Liza P, it almost was a must-buy at launch. But after putting about 4 hours and hitting that wall like I did, it became a game I will pick up when it goes on sale. If you like Souls-like games, though, I highly recommend checking out the demo. My personal issues aside, I think it's really good. So thanks for watching, and thanks to Liza P for teaching me that I'm old and I'm washed up now. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and please subscribe to be notified of future content from Switchover.